It's loaded here.
Live. Okay, we are we are showing up no matter what. It's Saturday, another episode, another topic that we're going to discuss with you. I hope everyone is doing all right and starting the weekend right. Yoo-hoo, Saturday. I have again my Queen Bee and again another topic today. What do you Okay. Oh, okay. I send that to you. Wait, just give me a
Yes.
second. Oh, interesting. Okay, what we are discussing today is actually what do you know? Like your many thoughts or myths about money. I'm not sure if you have remember Balkiso, we have this master class before. And I couldn't forget that because okay, to those who are new on this platform, when I say mastermind or master class, it is like a meeting of all independent business owners wherein we have some presenters that teaching us new strategies on how we can be successful on the business. This is also where we are sharing our journey on how like from how we get started and how we become successful. Being on this business, actually it's like an ups and down. It's not an instant success. It's not like an instant reach quick. You really have to put your effort, commitment, and discipline, and of course faith. That is why we called our podcast Stepping in Faith. Okay, her story is her and her husband works in this let's say charity. This is way back. I heard this story when like I just recently started the business and I stayed plugged in because I'm studying what business I am into. And then so she is working with the people on in a non-profit organization wherein it's just charity. They are working on with less fortunate people. And from that, even though she can afford to buy stuff that she likes, she don't buy it because what she's thinking is those less fortunate people that couldn't have whatever she can have. So at that time, she deprived herself. And then one time at the grocery, there is this cookie that she really loved. Although it's on the pricier side, she can afford to buy it. So she is thinking, am I going to buy it or not? Because I know there are some people who are actually hungry or not even see this, what I am going to have. But at that moment, she decided, I'll put this on my cart. I really want it. When she put it on her cart, it feels so different. It feels like lighter. She feels happy. She feels like why am I depriving myself from getting what I want just because I am thinking of the others that doesn't have it? So it means you are settling when you have every potential that you have. It's like, you know what? Try to earn more. So the happiness that you could have from buying that cookie, you can extend it to others. Do not limit yourself because you have this belief that money is the root of all evil. You cannot buy happiness. Money can buy happiness. Money can buy time freedom so you can spend more time with your family. Well, Casey, do you have any like misunderstanding with money? Hi, Queen Bee.
Hey. Um, it's so amazing when you're talking about that, just the myth that we have when you talk about money cannot buy happiness, yeah? And the fact is, it's not that it's buying happiness in a sense that you go pay for happiness and you get it. The essence of the money itself is money in itself is a tool, and you're able to use it to get what you want that will bring you that happiness. One, depending on how you use it, right? So for example, if you have your bills up to your neck or up to your head and you do not have the money to pay for those bills, what happens? You're stressed, you're unhappy, you're thinking about all the creditors that are going to be calling you. So essentially or indirectly, it would give you that happiness if you are able to provide for yourself with the money that you have, because money in itself is a tool. So some people say, why do I have to? And another thing that I know people talk about is going into debt in order to get out of debt. It's kind of a catch 22, I will call it. Why do you have to go into debt to get out of debt? And the thing is, it's an amazing fact, right? You have to. We in our country say earlier for my salon family we they listen. Here it is, eh? We say this is like you have to throw money in order to get money. You have to invest in order to get
Mm.
something back. And there are times where I'm listening to all those people who do real estate, and they
Mm.
don't, and without their own money, they will go into, like, go to individuals who are selling their homes, or maybe join this kind of group of people wherein they're able to tap into the resources that they have, and people will actually give them money to purchase a house or mortgage a house without their own money, and then they flip the homes and they get money back, and then they're able to pay back. So sometimes, for those who have money sitting down in the bank, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm saving this money for something else, so that for my retirement, look at the money in your bank and see what interest is it making you. And if it's not making you the interest that you want, invest it into something that could make way more than it just sitting in the bank. You want to make sure that your money is making money for you while you are sleeping. Someone once said that if money is not, if you're not making money when you're sleeping, you will work until you die. So
Mm.
those money myths that we have, that you know what, money is evil, root of all evil, that's what some people say. But it is what you do with money, that is the point you need to factor. Money is not the root of evil, all evil. It is what you do with money. Some people say, oh, all the rich people, they are mean, they're this or they're that. They have this negative um, perception. If that's what you think, then how would you get rich yourself? Because you're going to think that if I get rich, then I'm going to be mean, because you're saying all rich people are like that. So change your mindset and change the way you view money. See money as a tool. Money is not everything, but it's a tool that gets us the things that we actually want. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. And imagine this is my mistake as well, because you said in order for you to get money, you mentioned this, that in order for you to get money, you have to put out monies and then money will come back. Okay. On my situation, because okay, as an immigrant, as a Filipino immigrant who's starting from zero here in Canada, we fly only with two luggages and $1,000 on hand. Like no relatives at all, no family, no. So, everything that we earn extra, that we have extra, we save it because we are too scared to take a risk and get that savings to put it on a business, because what if we run out? Who are we going to run? We have no fallback. It's just us, me and my husband. So the money, we save it for many years. And then emergency comes. The money that you save will go out. So imagine my money slips in the bank because somehow I am so paranoid that I am preparing for an emergency. But imagine if that money from the start, I use it to invest in a business, then that money will grow. So that money will get more for your emergency, for your financial security. I mean, I will understand that those people who are too scared to take a risk, because you are on the same boat as us. Because you don't want to run out of savings because you're too scared on where to run. But um, yes, take that risk. Take that risk. I mean, when we open this restaurant, okay, we have a restaurant to those who are new on our page. I am also scared that we might not be able to run it. I have a stable job. My husband is a stable job, but we both quit that job and then took the risk to get the restaurant. And you know what? Almost 6 years now, we're still here. We had the pandemic. We opened the restaurant like November of 2019, and then pandemic hits at November 2020. So we just opened and then pandemic hits, and you know what? We're still here. You step out in faith, and you know when God shows you the vision, He will take care of you. So always remember that. Do not, I that passage that do not fear has been what mentioned many times in the Bible. So you just get out in there, take a risk, and then surrender. Like we said, right? God is not going to show that vision to you if He has no plans. So I know it would be like this, but life will always be like this because if it is flat line, then you know you're dead. So you really have to get that that right. So yeah, it is a lesson learned for me. I know it's too risky because you don't want that money to lose, but it is how it is.
It is. I just say that it's like if you're this way, you're down. It makes the people ask me this question. I'm like, it's like, how are you today? I said, you know what? I'm alive. If I'm not dead,
Oh,
God is not done.
yeah.
And there's this song that I like to sing. I don't know if how good my voice is this morning. It's like, if I'm not dead, you are not done. Better things are still to come, I believe. If I'm not dead, you are not done. Yes. If you are
Oh my
not dead,
gosh, if you're not dead, you're not
God is
done.
not done with you. So you're still alive.
Just keep
You're here.
going.
Keep going. You're here because some of you will think that when we're talking about money, and just as you're saying, with all your experiences coming here, you put that money in the bank. I'm not saying don't save money. Save money for emergencies. One, save money for your bills. Put it money is there to pay your bills. But whatever extra you have, invest it. Find something
Yes.
that you can invest it into. Because some people are saying, oh, I need to work more hours to make more money. No, you don't need to work more hours to make more money.
Mhm. Yes, yes,
Those
you're right.
extra hours that you have, use it to invest it into something that will make money for you. We say work smart and not work harder. And an example that I see in terms of investing what you have in order to make more money, in Canada, we have what we call TFSA, right? That tax free
Mm.
savings account. I think in America, they call it Roth IRA or something like that, um, wherein it's tax free. So some people, I made that mistake wherein I put in the money in my account as a savings, and it wasn't making me much, even though it was tax free.
Mm.
But when I learned something new, I took out that money and I decided to put it into investment in stocks. And I can see if I can buy and sell it and tax free whatever I made. I made way more than what I made when it was just sitting in the bank. It's good to just see the money sitting in the bank, but if it's not working for you, it's nothing. It's just like a googly eye, just looking at you. Yeah, I'm here, but it's still the same. You need to invest what you have so that that money can make money for you while you are sleeping, right? Don't don't
Yeah,
don't, don't
that's
go with
right.
that mean that you need to work more. Those 10 hours, 16 hours, you know what happens? The extra that work that you're exhausting yourself physically. But what happens is at the end of
Mhm.
the day, if you work too much, your income brackets goes higher, and what happens? The tax man is coming, tax collector is coming, Uncle Sam is coming, and they will take that extra. And then you look back and say, I worked all these hours and look at what I get because I'm above a certain bracket and the government takes more tax. So
Yes.
look for something different. We are
Yeah.
here, Melissa and I. You see our website. We are digital business owners. If you want to know more about what we do and you want to know how you can tap into this opportunity that is changing the lives of so many people, changing the lives of people who are able to pay off their debt in record time, changing the trajectory of people who were renters and now they're homeowners twice over, paying off their mortgages within 19 months to sometimes 5 years for something that should take about 25 to 30 years. This is possible within our community. So if you are somebody who have kids and you don't want to pay student loan, there are people who are here who have had the opportunity because of the returns from this digital business that we do. They are able to pay off their kids student loans, pay off their kids loans without having to take uh, fees, without having to take student loan. You know, it is possible. Some people have been able to, we don't say quit your job, but some people have been able to quit the job because the job wasn't giving them the satisfaction that they needed. And then they can focus on that time flexibility, doing the things that they're passionate about. But you need to step out in faith. You need to take that opportunity and do something. And that's our website. If you want to work with either Melissa and I, register for that free information. It happens every Tuesday and Thursdays. It's a live webinar. If you do not want to watch the live webinar, you can always go ahead and register and watch the replay and ask us questions. That's why we're here. But money, in order for you to be able to make more money, you have to step out of that comfort zone. You can't leave the status quo. You have to do something different. There's a saying that if you are doing the same thing over and over again and you're expecting a different result, that's the mere definition of insanity. So, what do you want for yourself today? What do you want for your family tomorrow? What legacy do you want to leave for your kids? This business can do that. So, register.
Yeah. When you mentioned the time flexibility, right? There's so many independent business owners in our community who retired. So if you are showing us on our page that we're celebrating this independent business owner that she finally retired from her work, it doesn't mean that retiring that okay, they're not doing anything but money is coming. No, it only means they focus more on their business, the online business, and they quit whatever they're doing. Let's say either at the health industry or being a professor in a school or being like on a corporate job, they quit those jobs, but instead focus, work on this online business. Because why not? When we said the time flexibility, you are at home with your kids, especially with your little ones, right? So 1, 2, 3 hours on this online business, work for it, and then you could already attend to your little ones. You could do the business while picking them up in school, while you are doing grocery, while every time that you have extra pocket of time. Queen Bee and me are here in Canada, wherein snow weather is so unpredictable. We're already in spring, but we still see snow. And those who focus on this online business can can already do this business as the comfort of their home on their pajamas. Right? So I'm not telling you to quit your job right now. Those people quit only when they notice that the online business is giving them more compared to what they are doing. That is the only time that you have to study, like whether are you going to let go of your current work and then focus on the online business. But just to let everyone know that these independent business owners are also working hard in order to get that goal that they are eyeing. I mean, 5,000 every month, where can you get that? 25,000 quarterly bonus, where can you get that? Why are you? It's so worth it. It's not easy, but it is worth it. Recently, right, we celebrated Romy. Romy got what? 800,000 bonus. And what? 80,000 per month? Is it 80,000? This is getting 80,000 per month, right? Those are hard work, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. Whatever you're doing right now, it's worth it. If you think it doesn't matter because you're taking little steps, no, it
Yeah.
matters. It matters. Just keep going. And then, yeah, if you want to see this business more, and if you want to see our story, different story on how we get started, all of us here started with n- zero marketing skills, zero social media knowledge. We started from nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything can be learned
absolutely.
if you're interested.
Yeah. And I like what you said. Start small. Start small, people. It's not, it doesn't have to be big to big. You don't need big moves in order to start. Start small. We say a little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Start small. Start where you are at. Because at the end of the day, you look back and say, you know what? It was a good thing I listened to these wonderful ladies here in this podcast. And I started something that I thought was impossible. But here we are today. So start small. Don't beat yourself if you're not able to start huge with something huge. But as long as you start, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And let that first step be today. Register for a free information, no obligation. Get the details so that you can make an informed decision. We want to work with people who have intention to maximize what resources that they have, maximize what they have in themselves, maximize their potential. But nothing goes in that comfort zone until you step out. So we're encouraging you today and giving you that outlet to register for that information session, stepping out of it and believing that you're meant for more. So until next time, share this information with everybody that you believe this is going to be useful to. Come again next week to hear us out. 3 times or 4 times will be a charm. We look forward to seeing you. God bless you and step out in faith.
Bye everyone. God bless us all. See you.